Welcome again to the Entrepreneurship Networking Program, an interactive platform to network with different businesses, especially SMEs, synergizing efforts to achieve the much needed economic sustenance and growth. My name is Amula Jonathan Puku, your presenter for the program tonight. Good evening. Remember, it's interactive in that we bring in professionals of different industries, entrepreneurs, youths, making a difference in business for discussions and interviews, as well as officials from the government agencies mandated to regulate the business ecosystem. Our business code for today: don't make your dreams smaller, make your efforts bigger. What do I mean? Don't make your dreams smaller, make your efforts bigger. Anonymous. If your dream does not scare you, then that's a wrong dream. You need to sleep some more. You know, when you're ambitious and you've got goals that you want to attain, it might seem very difficult to actually reach them. But believe me, once you work towards those goals, you put some more effort and hard work and determination, you might actually get that dream to be reality. So I just want to encourage youths and actually SMEs that have got different visions and mission to accomplish, that they should actually just put in effort, put in determination, hard work, and they'll be able to ensure that that vision is actually comes to reality. Today we're going to look at our two business tips. The first one, I believe, forewarned is for armed. Let me repeat that. Forewarned is for armed. My 5 C's matrix of risk management. Feed forward control in business is as good as it's simply risk management, because you're planning for the future. In case something goes wrong, there are mitigation action that you can actually do to avoid a high loss of could be cash, could be profit. So there are many mitigation ways of doing of managing your risk. So basically, my 5C control pad of risk management. The first one is the first C, cash. Pre-manage your risk of not having cash to meet your short-term obligations. Always have a float. Most of the times we find that we push ourselves to overspend, then we eventually find that we're unable to pay our short-term obligations, maybe salaries, maybe operational costs. So we need to ensure that we pre-manage our risk of not having cash. So we should ensure that there's some float that we have to actually manage our short-term obligations that may require instant cash. My second C is credit. Let's pre-manage the risk of having your customers default. Always have a secured leverage. What do I mean? Credit. As you can see, if you got a bad credit, let's say maybe your customers are not paying, it will actually affect your cash position as well. But what are we trying to say? We need to pre-manage the risk of customers not paying. So we should have a certain way we secure leverage for customers to be able to actually, in case our clients delay to actually pay us, there is some way that we've managed to ensure that that risk is actually reduced. You know, by doing different steps of credit checklist, by ensuring that you can rank your customers, what category of risk is that customer. You can also rank how long they can actually owe you that money. So they are pre-managing risks that you need to put up, so that you ensure that you don't have to have your clients default for a long time. That will actually affect your business, because you won't be able to pay your workers, you won't be able to meet up some of the working capital concerns that you may have. You know, you need to, put in money in production, you need to put in money, you need to pay statutory obligations. So there are many reasons why we need to ensure that we reduce that risk of our customers defaulting. Thirdly, competition. Competition is a very, very important aspect in business, because it's one thing that can actually wipe you out of the market, or even in business if you're not very careful. So you need to pre-manage the risk of losing losing your customers due to market saturation. What do I mean? Sometimes you find your competitors have come and have taken most of your clients because you are not planning for those clients. So you need to make sure that you reduce your churn rate by 5%. Your churn rate is basically customers. How often you lose customers? What's the size of your customers stopping trading with you? So you need to ensure that your churn rate is actually reduced. It's actually less than 5%, maybe even 2%. So you need to ensure that your customers are retained. You're able to communicate to your customers in case they need something to be improved. Your product needs to be improved. You get to sit to the customers. You get to liaise with the customers so that you understand what your customers need instead of them going to another supplier, of the same service. So you need to ensure that your customers are actually retained. You don't have customers leaving you, in your business because of the market products that have been made and yours are not meeting those quality and requirements that your customers need. Then fourthly, you need to pre-manage the risk of losing value. What am I saying? Currency. In most countries, currency is something that's beyond most businesses, because you'll find that it's maybe the economic conditions that is affecting the country. Maybe it's beyond your business. It's because there's import and export. So maybe the balance of trade is actually affected. So maybe you might need the government to come in. But one thing you should know is that you are able to actually hedge that problem. There are many reasons you can actually come up with a risk of not losing your value of money. There are many reasons people come up with hedging mitigation ways. Some will keep maybe some dollars to ensure that at least even when the kwacha does not appreciate, the kwacha is depreciating, they're able to meet some of the expenses in dollars. So there are many ways of people how they manage to ensure that they don't lose the value of their money. So always ensure that you've got a hedging reserve to make sure that you don't actually risk losing your value for your money. Then fifth, COVID. That's my fifth C. Pre-manage the risk of having a pandemic. Always allow your business to be able to operate remotely. What am I saying? Of course, we might not have a COVID. COVID might seem to have reduced, but remember, a pandemic can actually affect your business. Because most of people's businesses are actually physical businesses, but you need to ensure that you pre-manage your business so that some of the things that the business is doing is able to do remotely. You need to see how your business can actually fit in to be able to do things online. Maybe you've got a payment system, avoid using cash. Maybe you try to use online services. Some products maybe might be delivered to your clients. So there are many ways of how you can actually prevent or pre-manage the risk of a pandemic affecting your business, because you can actually do some of the business remotely. That's one of my that's the first business tip. It was all about risk management. It's a very, very important aspect in business. Many businesses need to do a lot of risk assessment. Even before you get into business, you need to understand what risk am I looking at. There's liquidity risk, there's credit risk, there are fluctuation risk. So you need to actually look at those risks and be able to plan for them, so that you're not actually affected profoundly if something happens. You're able to plan, you're able to come up with mitigation policies to ensure that you are not affected to a point where your business ceases to be a going concern. Yeah. Our second business tip is actually a very, very important one, and it's something that we want to help actually the youth and actually our kids. This is something to do with financial discipline, especially for our kids, very, very young kids, whereby our children are able to know how to spend even when they are very, very young. So one thing I want to us to know, to understand, is that let's train our kids, even as they are growing, how to value money as a limited resource, especially when it comes to spending. You know, financial literacy is not only for the older ones, not only for the guys who are in college. Even as they are growing, 10 years, 8 years, they're able to understand what is a liability, what is an asset, how do we spend money, how can they spend money, even as they are young, you know. So I would want to put it as a word spend. Maybe we can simplify to the word spend. With an S, tell them to save before you spend. Our first S on spend, let them know how to save before they spend. P, our second letter P, prices should be surveyed before you spend. Tell your children that, listen, go and survey for the prices. Find out if this price is actually what's on the market. Don't just run and spend on something not knowing that it's actually been overcharged, you know. Then E, earn more than you spend. They need to understand that they need to earn more than they spend. You cannot live beyond your means. So you need to train our kids to understand, even as they are growing, that at a point you need to understand that you cannot spend what you do not have. So you need to ensure that what you're spending is just within, you know, what you're actually earning. Then our next letter, N, negotiate before you spend. You know, of course, it's not all the time that you need to negotiate. Some prices are actually what it is. But then you need to know that sometimes prices can actually be negotiated. You can find that, you know, if something is being sold at a certain price, you can actually negotiate. Don't just rush and spend that particular item. You need to learn some negotiation skills to ensure that you're able to get something at a price that it's supposed to, not to be given a product that is actually overcharged, you know. And the last the letter, which is D, discount. Discount is very essential before you spend. So as you negotiate, of course, you need to have a discount. So you need to ensure that at least, even as you are discussing with the supplier or the person that you want to buy from, you know, you need to understand that there should be some discount that can be given. It could be cash, it could be trade discount, but at least let's make our children be able to know that there's a discount. They can actually get something with on a discount from a supplier. You know, those are a few tactics that wanted us to teach our kids to learn, so that even as they grow with that level of financial literacy. I was actually very happy that I saw a book that is being published, you know, for grade 8 to 10 for junior and high school, which talks about financial literacy. This is very, very important. With financial literacy, we bring in very good entrepreneurs. As you know, this is a platform that is for the entrepreneurs. This is a platform that is for SMEs. This is a platform for business to interact with each other. So spending and financial literacy is very, very important for your business profitability, for business financial position. So we need to teach our kids, even as they are young, to be very business oriented, to be able to value money, to be able to know what money can do. Money is a commodity that gives offsprings. It's there to produce. You know, if you don't let money produce, then there's a problem. It was made to give offspring. It was made to give birth to other avenues. They say if you invest some money, you need to get some money out. So one way of actually trying to get your money is by actually saving your money. So you need to be able to spend less and you know, earn more. Remember, as you are aware, this is a platform that is interactive, so we actually encourage people to actually send us any business challenges that they may have in their businesses. You know, we can look at what your business is going through. If you're having challenges, then we'll be able to know what help to be given. We'll be able to know where to channel that problem for you. It could be we can channel it to ZDA, it could be we can channel it to Ministry of SME, could be we can channel it to Ministry of Commerce and many other government agencies that are mandated to look at your problem. So we encourage business owners, SMEs, youths to actually send any of their business challenges on this line 07624357782. This is just to help you share some of the problems that you are having with relevant authorities. You can also find out on our very affordable CBC SME advertising rates through the same number or by downloading our mobile app Equia Business on Google Play and accessing the rates under the category telecommunication, then under CBC TV station. So as you know, this is a platform that is there to also showcase SMEs, businesses, youth businesses. So this is a platform to ensure that your business is known out there. Your business, the products that you're offering, they are known out there. That's why we've actually brought in an SME affordable rates, so that you're able to bring in your products for advertisement, so that business customers out there, they're able to know what you're able to provide and your capacity. Yeah, we're also helping SMEs by adding them to our entrepreneurship networking WhatsApp group. You know, as you are also sharing those business plans, you can also share your business details, so we can actually add you to our entrepreneurship networking program, where we actually interact even on WhatsApp to know your business, what products you're providing, you know, what help you need, you know, and also for other businesses to know what you're providing. This is a business to business networking kind of platform, so we trickle down even to other digital platforms, you know, other than on this program. So with those two tips, I think we'll come to our end of our program tonight, and we want to thank you for actually joining us, and hope to see you next time. Pleasant viewing. Thank you.